Hello again, everyone. Age of June here, and we're back with another single-player Shoutcast. I figure maybe next time we'll do a full-on Shoutcast, but for this one, I wanted to go ahead and go for a single-player one. And that person that I wanted to look at is this person right here, because of the fact that she is actually a Quinn top main. And I've really been wanting to pick up Quinn top for multiple reasons. One thing, she's not picked very much, so people aren't going to be used to how to fight her. And also, I've heard she's actually surprisingly good. And again, that part right there, surprisingly good, that tells me that I really would love to try that. Because, people aren't going to expect it. So I don't have to worry about it getting banned. The only thing I would have to worry about is people getting mad at me for going Quinn top. But hopefully with this video, I may be able to help spread the idea around a bit that makes it not so upsetting to people. And maybe other Quinn mains will also be able to go ahead and get some acceptance. So we'll see what ends up happening, though. I did go for this one. It's an EU West. I just went ahead and did like I did with the Syndra game last time. I googled Quinn top main and decided to go ahead and see how that goes. So that's what we're doing here. She is against Renekton. There was a few other options. They were all fairly old, though. This one's about a week old. The other closest one that actually had a recording was 24 days ago. There were games between, but OPGG doesn't record all. And she's 46 LP, so she's not going to be in the pro games yet. But either way, I figured I'd go ahead and go for this one. And honestly, I wanted to see how exactly she fares against a Renekton. He's got the double gap closers, so I could definitely see him being able to do a lot of damage to her. She's got her bounce away, which after he jumps in would actually get her out, except for the fact that a lot of times he'll then be able to dice to her and just completely negate the distance. So I'm kind of curious to see how she handles him. And, this way, if I do end up picking her up, I can go ahead and actually have an idea of a matchup. And that should help me a lot. So she's going to be top, best Quinn DK. She used to be best Quinn EU, but for some reason it changed it. She changed it, or he, whatever. She's going to be against Corwin, playing the Renekton. There we go. That part I do know. You want to go ahead and wait for Valor to mark the target, and then just plink him. And that actually, I have played her once, and I found that was really, really effective. Also, if you can manage to do it right after she marks, go ahead. Have her mark it, or him, whatever Valor is. Mark him, and then you attack, and then you do that attack. And that just chunks damage there. And you just saw that there. I mean, that was without having the initial Valor on it. And she still did a lot of damage to him. On the minus side for her, he does have a lot of sustain. And as you can see here, it's really helping him a lot. Whereas Quinn does not have that sustain. Which is partially why, I wanted to go ahead and see this. There we go. There's that double jump in. She does get a decent attack back. But again, I'd say he came out slightly ahead in that trade. Alright, in the mid lane, we've got Orianna, played by Mr. Alpaca, versus LeBlanc, played by Dark Hamsidem. Bot lane, it's actually a Kog'Maw, Your Way Ends, versus Jinx, played by EVG Hyper Jinx. Thinking it might be a Jinx main, eh? Thresh is played by Ariana Grande, not playing Ari, and he's going to be against a Nami, played by Papi Mujo. And we do actually see that Quinn's actually having to stay quite a bit away. Again, dodges away after he jumps in, but still took a lot of damage from him before she was able to jump out. She did actually get out before he stunned, and, got stunned far enough away that it helped. But even still, she's now getting tower dove here by the Pantheon. And that, of course, is one of the things about her. She's very squishy, so if you get low like she did, you're going to have a bad time. Did manage to land the Ignite on Renekton, but it was not enough to go ahead and finish him off. So that's pretty unfortunate for her. We'll have to see what ends up happening there. Alright, I think I said that one. Chili06 is playing the Shaco, and D Tarka is the Pantheon for the red team. Alright, she's coming back up now. Obviously started with the Doran's Blade. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Renekton started Doran's Shield, which actually does negate a decent amount from her, because a lot of her damage is going to be coming from that basic auto attacks. So I have a feeling that once he saw she was there, he went ahead and went for that. He also just built armor, which is really going to mess her over. She's going to have a really hard time of this because she got boots, so she didn't get any extra damage. He's coming to lane, and he's actually got a lot of survivability there. Also, the fact that he was able to teleport in means that, you know, she actually did not get very much off of that. Missing that minion was also not so good, but it's understandable. Pantheon seems to be coming back in. Nope. Decided to turn back around. And there we go. That I do like. If he does jump in, you can go ahead and get out. But like I said, he does have that double jump, so he can come right back for you again. On the plus side, though, she actually was able to go ahead and get a lot of damage. Because, yes, he did jump back in and do a decent amount of damage to her. She was able to go ahead, you know, use that auto attack after E. Use the Q to go ahead and blind him, so he didn't do as much with his or anything with his auto attack. There he goes again, and she blinded him. And I do like that. As soon as he jumps in, go ahead and blind. I think his stun still lands, but the basic auto attack damage from said stun does not. So that's definitely good. And, oh, is she going to get that? Nope. He went ahead and backed off. Oh, never mind. Let's say he went ahead and backed off, but he didn't. Oh, she actually jumped in there. And I think that was probably not the best of ideas, as Renekton's now tearing her apart. Oh, on the other hand, he's really low too. But he's got the minion advantage, so she really can't do too much here. And, of course, he's got that double jump in, so if he chooses to, he may actually be able to get to her and kill her now. Alright, there we go. Nope, he's just going to go ahead and zone her, which, honestly, I'm not overly surprised at. That's like I said earlier, he's got that sustain, and it's going to make this a really hard lane for her. Nice pop away, but again, he follows through with that double jump, and it's really, really making things tough for her. And that's apparently something I will want to avoid, because I know that I am not a Quinn main, and I do not want to go against a Renekton when he is taking and causing so much trouble to somebody who is a Quinn main. So if I ever see a Renekton pick and I am being forced to go top, I definitely do not want to go for that Quinn top, because that would just completely destroy me. Honestly, I'm not sure what I would go top, just because pretty weak top as it is. And, of course, Renekton is known to be a really strong top. So, I would definitely be hesitant to do pretty much anything. But, of course, you don't really have much of a choice at times. Nice! Lands the Q there to go ahead and secure both. Unfortunately, that did not actually reveal him, so she wasn't able to do anything to him. And she's going to go ahead and stop this over here, possibly push to the tower. He does not have teleport, so she probably will be able to make him miss like 1 or 2 CS. Not going to be too much, though, because this is a cannon minion wave. And, of course, those things take a lot of hits from the towers. So she's going to go ahead and head back now. She has the longsword, and I have a feeling we'll probably see a Vampiric Scepter up next. And there we go. Yeah, he's going to miss the big guy. But that's all. He didn't actually miss the XP from it, so that's definitely good for him. Yeah, there we go. Like I said, Vampiric Scepter, not at all surprising. And, you know, that's fairly common. She's probably going for a Blade of the Ruined King, because from what I understand, that's actually really strong on her. Honestly, that's not really all that surprising. It's pretty strong on pretty much anybody who plays like an ADC. And, you know, sometimes Bloodthirster's better. It all depends on your AD scaling. And with the way Quinn builds top, I'd say it would definitely be better. There we go. She is coming back to lane now. She's level 6, he's level 7. There he goes, jumps in again, and just chunks her. There we go, she jumps back in. Decided not to jump away. I guess she's decided it's not really worth it, because, you know, he just double jumps to him, to her. In comes the Shaco, gonna go in on that, and I don't really know that they're gonna be able to do too much. There is that Quinn ulti, which is kind of unfortunate, because she's not gonna be able to do anything with it. This is actually what I was really weak at when I was playing it. I don't know what to do with Quinn ulti. It's like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Let's see. Blinding Assault, of course. See, the confusing thing is I used Blinding Assault and it didn't go off. It didn't go forward. And I don't know if that was just me playing or what was going on there. Again, using that proc to her advantage. Getting the proc off and then popping it, followed immediately by the E, which, you know, she then popped again to go ahead and get double procs off on him. That is definitely a good move. And there's that proc again. Gonna go ahead and pop it. And E again. Chunk him again. And she does actually have Ignite now, right? Yes, she does. So she may be able to go ahead and take him down if he's not careful. He is actually really low. She's really low as well. But not as low as he is. And she's got the Ignite, which he does not have. So, in a one-on-one, I'm not sure who would come out of this ahead. She can negate his sustain using that Ignite. So that's definitely a good thing. Question is, will she? I'm guessing we'll probably see her go ahead. Oh, never mind. I was about to say she's going to go ahead and pop her W there to go ahead and see him in the bush. But she actually chose to stay back here. LeBlanc is here to go ahead and help kill. And Quinn's going to go ahead and back off here. Oh, in comes the Shaco. Shaco here to save. And I'm not sure if LeBlanc knew that Shaco was there. I don't know if it gives something special if you hit somebody. I'm not sure there. He's going back now. Oh! Does get the hit off on him. Does not get to interrupt his back, though. That was actually really close. If she had, he actually may have ended up going down, but probably not. Because he does have a lot of extra damage, extra survivability there. And now he's coming back to lane with a Warden's Mail, which, again, is gonna make it a whole lot harder for her. On the plus side, oh, nice pop back there from her. On the plus side for her, his, you know, she doesn't use her auto attacks all that often because she wants to wait for those procs. So, the slow there from Warden's Mail isn't gonna hurt too terribly much, but of course it will still hurt. It just won't be quite as bad. Also, the fact that she was forced back there by the fact that Pantheon was there, that's going to hurt her as well. She's now level 7, but Renekton just got to level 9. And, you know, that's a really huge difference. Renekton is... I would kind of classify here Renekton as a bit of a counter here, because from what I'm seeing, you don't want to go Quinn versus Renekton. She is just having way too hard of a time with this. But I don't know, maybe she'll turn something around later. Does land the blind there on him, and goes back in for another E-empowered auto attack. So she's actually doing a lot of damage, but there is his ulti there. He slices, and we're going to see the dice soon, I think. No. Did he slice the dice? I guess he did. Either that, or he just waited and let it time out. I'm not actually sure which one it is. But, oh, here he comes again. Does land the slice and dice. She flashes out. Going to go ahead and ignite him, but again, he did not end up going down. Oh. Yeah, I feel like this is a very painful game to spectate the idea of Quinn top. But, I don't know, maybe later it'll go ahead and kick up. Right now, this is not looking good for the blue team. And a large part of the, you know, two of the 4 deaths are actually Quinn. And, you know, obviously one of those was a tower dive. But she wouldn't have gotten so low had she been on somebody that's not actually Quinn. Somebody with a little bit better sustain, you know? But at the same time, Quinn is fairly well known to be good late game and not so good early game. So we'll have to see if that ends up holding true there. And it may actually. Against somebody that's not as strong as Renekton, I actually might still think about going with this. But with somebody like Renekton, it's just really dangerous to go ahead and go with Quinn, I guess. I mean, she's not mobile enough to get away from him because he's got that double jump. So, I will definitely take this under consideration. If I end up ever going top and I see a Renekton as my enemy, I will not be going Quinn. No way. It looks like she's actually going ahead and ulting here to get to mid really fast. I don't know what she's going to be able to do. There we go. In comes that ulti from Orianna. In goes Quinn, and wow! Insta-burst the LeBlanc out. Although most of her damage was already gone thanks to these two. But even still, that actually worked really well. They're going to go for Dragon here. Honestly, not really surprising. Okay. Performs the same attack at the current location. That's what the... Okay. That's why I was getting all confused. So he just blinds whoever's right there. That makes sense. And this one, I think it increases the range, but I'm not 100% certain. I don't know. I don't know. There was a really long range there. She might have flashed. Did she flash? I don't think so. No, she flashed right up here, so that was definitely not a flash. It was just a really long jump, it felt like. Alright, in the meantime, though, it did actually give Renekton here the opportunity to go for this. He doesn't have it warded, so Orion is coming in now. And he's going to go ahead and slice and dice over that wall. He may actually end up getting out of this one. Yeah, he's going to get out. And, yeah, Orion is going to go ahead and go for that blue buff. On the plus side for Quinn, this is giving her the option to go ahead and catch up on some CS. As of right now, she's a little over 20 CS down. And, you know, with Renekton going back here, that's really going to help a lot. The fact that she is able to go ahead and shove this out. Unfortunately, Renekton is on his way back. He's got teleport, but it'd be really silly of him to use it right now. Because, you know, he's not going to miss out on any minions as it is. Okay, he might miss out on 1 or 2, but I kind of doubt it. I think that he will be able to get here long before he has to worry about losing minions. He's going to lose 1. 1 minion lost. Okay. But he is able to go ahead and force her off the tower. So really, honestly, that was definitely worth not using that teleport there. Had he used the teleport, it definitely would have not been good. Oh, is she going to get interrupted? Yeah, no. Nope, not interrupted. Had he been auto-attacking into that bush, then yeah, she definitely would have been interrupted. Looks like there's going to be another gank here. 25 seconds before that ult is up for Quinn. Which, you know, gives her a lot of, you know, speed. She's got a lot of movement speed. And obviously tankiness as well, but not nearly as much as, say, Renekton has. Nice bolt again, though. And again, she's not really doing enough damage to make it worth it. He's actually coming out ahead in these trades. So, I don't know. The plus side for her, she does have her Bilgewater Cutlass, and that's going to help a lot. And she's almost got the... Ooh, gets vision of him there. She's almost got her... Blade the Rune King. There we go. Shaco coming in, goes in on the Renekton, and Thresh is here as well. There we go. The fear lands. In goes Quinn. Lands. Yeah, there was no chance there. In comes the Pantheon, though. Pantheon says, hello, Quinn. And the question is, will Quinn escape? Yes, uses that lantern to get out. Blinds as well. I'm not sure if it landed. In comes the Nami, though. Shaco may end up going down. Shaco does end up going down there. And Quinn not going to be able to follow through here. That's pretty unfortunate for them. The Pantheon knew which Shaco to go for. He took down the important one and then just got the heck out of there before the other one exploded on his face. But on the plus side, again, for the blue team, Renekton's dead. And that's going to help a lot because this is yet another chance for Quinn to go ahead and catch up on that CS. She's at 23 now, where I believe she was like 27. So, slowly catching up. Missing a little bit of CS there, but nothing too terrible. And she may actually be able to get the tower off of this as well. And in the meantime, of course, her teammates are actually doing pretty well mid. Alright, there we go. She's going for that tower now. I would definitely say she's going to be able to get that. Yeah, Renekton's down bottom right now. He went ahead and teleported down there, which means this is 100% free dragon here for Quinn. Nobody's even coming to contest it at all. And she's actually just going for the minions here to let this tower do as much damage to the minions as possible. I do not recommend going back right now. I don't think she gets the extra gold for that. Oh, there we go. Gets in range just in time to get that extra gold, I think. So that ended up working out okay. Yeah, that's definitely something you want to think about, though. If you're taking down a tower, don't go back before it finishes if you're already there, because it does get you a pretty good chunk of change if you're there when it dies. So, definitely keep that in mind. Alright, she finally finished her Blade of the Rune King here. Obviously, she has boots too as well. Berserker's Greaves, not really surprised there. That auto attack speed is actually pretty nice. And then on the other side, her enemy's got a Tiamat and that Warden's Mail, as well as the boots here that reduce auto attack damage. So really, he's itemized really well versus her. Not so well versus somebody like Oriana, however, so it may end up turning out okay. In comes the Pantheon ulti. Nice grab there from Thresh. Oh, does not give Quinn the opportunity to go for that. And she just melts there in that battle. But in the meantime, her team is actually doing quite a bit of damage. Another grab there onto the Jinx. Down goes the Nami. Jinx does get out thanks to a nice flash from her. But still lose a teammate, and she's going to have to watch out. In comes Renekton, though, going for that Kog'Maw. But nice play there from the Thresh. Pushes him out. They're going to be able to get this tower, I believe. Yeah, Kog'Maw's got that range. Down goes the tower, and that is the first middle tower of the game. Lots of minions top, and Quinn is actually just back up, so she's probably going to head straight up there to go for that. And possibly start to be there, but not actually go B. And she's going to get a little bit more minions. Again, though, she's even further behind now because he was able to get a lot of minions up here. So, falling further and further behind in CS. But, I don't know. Maybe we're getting to the part that she actually starts scaling better now. I'm not altogether certain. Again, I've only actually played one game as her. She's just somebody I've been thinking about possibly picking up. I don't know for sure that I will or not. It may not be worth the fights, honestly. You know, she doesn't. I don't know if she carries that hard. At the same time, I have been utterly destroyed by one before, so that's more or less what made me want to go for this, because I found them to be ridiculously strong when I fought them, but at the same time, those people really knew how to play them, and as a casual Quinn user, I don't think I would do nearly so well. Alright, Quinn in the meantime is actually just split pushing here, which is actually a good idea. She may be able to get this tower again. Renekton does not have TP, but he's about to, so he'll probably go for that. She goes ahead and switches into that ulti form to go ahead and get that increased attack speed. Yeah. As long as she's in Quinn Valor form, she gets increased attack speed, and that's going to help her quite a bit there to go ahead and take down the tower. Didn't end up quite taking it down, but she did a lot of damage to it. I think the next time she comes at it, it is probably going to go down. So that's why she switched to that, which I can 100% agree with. I guess that is definitely a good thing to keep in mind about Valor, that he is actually really good at buffing that attack speed. And now she's going to go ahead and head mid. From what I've seen, it kind of feels like she's a decent assassin-ish type of character. Not so good, you know, sustain or anything, but she's really good at just deleting an AD carry or deleting a mid carry or anything like that. She definitely strikes me as being very strong versus that, even if she's not the best at sustaining. And again, against somebody, you know, with auto attacks, that's auto attack reliant, or, you know, doesn't have quite the same sustain as does Renekton, I think she would actually be really strong. It's just the fact that Renekton has this much sustain that really makes him strong against her. And in the meantime, her allies are actually in mid lane fighting it out here. Down goes the Nami as well. She's on her way over here. Looks like she's circling around here, possibly going to come in from behind, but I'm not sure that would actually work. Oh, she's going for the Jinx there. Not going to end up happening. Does land the pop-up there onto Renekton, but he goes ahead and slices, dices out. So that's not going to go too bad. LeBlanc came up to try to kill somebody, and that didn't go so well for us. They're going to get another tower here. That is a good feature of having Quinn on your team, however. They go through towers really fast, as they've got Kog'Maw and Quinn. Yeah, those two together, they're going to take down pretty much any structure in the game almost instantly. Well, maybe not quite that much, but really fast. There we go. Still able to go to zone that. Nope, no grab there for you, and they're going for the Shaco, who goes ahead and deceives out of that. He's going to be fine. The Valor mark is there, and down goes nope, just kidding. He went ahead and ulted, so no, down goes Renekton. Not. And in the meantime, though, Quinn's going in on the Jinx here. Does manage to go ahead and take her down. Going for the Nami now. And silence, or the blind. Not going to be quite enough to finish her off, but she's still going at it. Going to be able to take down the LeBlanc. The Nami does get out of this, but, you know, unfortunately for her, her carries did not. So, this is actually going to be a great time for them to fall back, though. There's a big wave of minions here, and there's a really big wave of minions down here. We see Shaco possibly headed that way? No. Looks like, okay, he is. He is headed that way. And Quinn's going to go ahead and head back now. She probably has enough for a pretty decent item. Yeah, 1,200? Yeah. And she went ahead and bought a little bit there. Bought another longsword. I think she's probably going for Last Whisper, but I'm not 100% certain there. Apparently, they think Baron's coming up soon. Oh, it might be. I've noticed my timers on spectator mode are not actually working anymore. So it's entirely possible that Baron's about to pop up. They're already headed over there to go ahead and grab it. It is. It is up now. And the blue team pretty much has no idea. Quinn's hanging around here. She's probably going to go ahead and use her W to get vision of Baron just to see if they are there. And see, hey, yeah, they're fighting that. So her team I don't know that they're going to be able to stop this, honestly. Nice dodge of the Nami bubble, though. In comes the Orianna as well, and they actually might be able to stop this just because of that Baron debuff. There we go. Down goes the Pantheon nearly instantly. They're forced to run away, and this is going to be a free Baron for these guys if they choose to go for it. Jinx just about dead there, and down goes the Baron to that Shaco. LeBlanc tried to steal it. Didn't end up happening. It's a little hard to steal from a Smite guy. So that was definitely unfortunate there for the red team. They chose to go for Baron, and they were just destroyed there, especially by that Orianna. Orianna's been doing really well this game. 9-1-5, yeah. She is utterly destroying this. I would definitely say that Orianna's pretty much the prime carry of this game, although honestly, Kog'Maw's doing really well too. So, between those two, they are easily able to carry this game. I definitely don't feel that this is really representative of the strength of Quinn, just because it is a Renekton. But again, I chose this one in large part for that reason, because I 100% expected her to be pretty weak at it, so I wanted to see how she handled it. And you know, it was decent. She didn't feed too bad, and she was mostly able to avoid dying a really large amount. Wasn't able to really carry, but you know, she was still able to do decently. So, I guess that's not too bad. I still want to see some more Quinn games top, because I'd really like to... I love the idea of Quinn top. That's pretty much all there is to it. But I guess that's going to be the end of this game. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.